Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Meraj Kidwai. You're watching Vertex, the solution of every need. Thank you so very much for stopping by. To know more about me, please check out vertexthesolution.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to talk about in this particular video here, I'm going to talk about power moves in social settings, social circles, professional or personal lives, in your day-to-day relationships. One video I think I've already recorded on power dynamics in organization, but a part of it I wanted to speak on to this aspect as well. That what is a power move basically? So a power move is a kind of a verbal or a non-verbal communication by which a person, an individual, or an organization as a whole may try to assert control and dominance in terms of raising their status or trying to take a control over a group of people or over a person in terms of the status, not in terms of the financial status or in terms of any other kind of a status in the relationship dynamics, whether it's professional or it's personal. So they want to be in the control of the situation or the person in general and want to assert or I would say control the situation or the relationship with an organization, group of people, or an individual in general, so they can control things as the way they want. Now, this is one thing about the power move. How can one deal with it? Now, it's very important at times that you have to be assertive in nature and in your communications. Now, I have already recorded a video over this where I was talking about, I think, dominant personality type, or I'm not able to recall exactly. Please go and check the human psychology playlist. You will find more details there about it. So what happens in this scenario, that the person or group of people or an organization in general who would like to assert power on anyone, so the impact over the receiver is they try to hit the value or the self-worth or self-esteem, so that they can control the mind of the individual in general. Now, this only happens when when the control of your mind or your actions are in somebody's else's hands. Certainly, you will lose your own value or your own worth in general. This usually happens in strong professional settings where a leader wants to exert some sort of a power on a group of people so that he or she can control the group of people, make choices and decisions as per their requirement, necessity, or a need. So, what one can do in certain situations. Now, the most important part here in your communication is to understand that you have to be patient and you have to be calm. So when you're calm and composed, you're able to make better decisions and understand things around you, what happens, the communications around you. The second most important thing is to remember here, and that you need to be assertive. Okay, assertive does not mean that you're arrogant or you become, a kind of a communication where it takes a nasty turn. Rather, you accept their behavior, you understand their behavior, but you do not try to respond what actually they were expecting. So here in certain kind of a scenario, you do not have to respond as per the expectation of what the other individual is trying to gain control or power over you. And in this kind of a situation, they want to have a control and power over you, so they kind of expecting a submissive attitude or submissive I would say submissive behavior from your end, or my way or the highway kind of an attitude if they're having, and your opinions, your ideas are not received well. Henceforth, you do not have to, force your ideas or your opinions at that point of time. What is required to understand that you need to understand on your own self that where do you stand with your opinions and with your ideas and with your principles, and you do not compromise with them. Secondly, what is the most important thing is to remember the relationship dynamics. How will you maintain this relationship dynamic with certain individuals, where suppose they are leaders and they're in the position of power where they're responsible for decision making processes? So how can you deal with it? Now, you need to communicate what is absolute as per you, and what you believe with in terms of morally right actions and thinking, and developing a character with that respect, and communicating what is factually right. So you do not have to counter manipulate them, or you do not have to try to control them, or you do not need to try to gain power over their situation or over them. Rather, you take a step back, accept and acknowledge their behavior, and be firm in what what you believe in and what you understand, and be firm about it and keep moving in that direction. Rather, giving your control of your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions, and your behavior in general, in case if it is not toxic in nature. So if it is healthy for you, if it is healthy for people around you, then do follow it with firm attitude, and keeping that belief high on you. So this is my take on the power move. Power moves are usually are done, or I would say executed by people in social settings to appear more dominant, or to raise their status in social power. So it's a social psychology, and you just need to know how to behave around such certain situations and people so that you can handle them better. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope this helps you. And if you would like to know more about me, again, I repeat that please check out vertexthesolution.com. Have a wonderful day.